Tips for selling your home. Are you selling your home for the first time? Of course, it could be a bit stressful selling one of the most expensive assets you own, especially when you've probably never done it before. Take a minute and think back to when you first bought the home. You were a first-time buyer. You had all the stresses and all those things. Well, that same thing can happen when you're selling your home for the first time. But if you hire a good real estate professional, they should be able to alleviate a lot of the stress for you and help you move forward with getting your home sold. If you think you're going to be selling your home in the near future, start 3 to 6 months in advance to get prepared. Have a meeting with the local realtor that you may use. Ask lots of questions. Find out what kind of renovations or repairs that you should do now instead of waiting, especially if you need contractors and if you need handyman. They're super busy here in Key West. Lots of them have full schedules. So if you prepare in advance, it helps cause less stress for you later. Sometimes it can be a challenge finding contractors and handyman. Take it from me. I was in the middle of house renovations in a bathroom. We were redoing the walls and the tub and all this stuff. All of a sudden, I needed a plumber like yesterday. I needed him yesterday. I called and I begged multiple offices to see who could come and help me. I got lucky. I talked with Todd at Tony Hurst Plumbing, and he agreed to meet me on a Sunday night at 6 p.m. Do you really think I wanted to meet him at 6 p.m.? No, I didn't. But I know when you need to get something done in this town, you need to be flexible. And it sometimes happens with my boat repair business. Sometimes I call people and I'm like, hey, I can send somebody right now, but I might not be able to send them tomorrow. Not knowing when you're trying to massage a schedule. Anyways, long story short, the same thing happened to me with a house that I had in escrow. I was a listing agent and we needed a roofer. The buyers were on their last day of inspections before they could walk away. And the buyer's agent just kept saying, I don't know, the roofers didn't get back to me. I called 5 different roofers in town, begging, pleading, please come help me, come take a look. It's easy access, I'll make it as simple as possible. I said, I'll pay you as soon as you're done when you need to leave. I just need a letter stating whatever their findings were for this area. I got lucky. Somebody came and helped me out. So if you don't want to have those kind of experiences like myself with emergencies, plan in advance. Give yourself some months, some weeks to be able to get some of your repairs and renovations accomplished. I want to backtrack here for a second because I have referred Todd a few of my employees and friends because of the service that they provided at that time when I was in urgent need. And then the roofer as well, I just want to note that I was able to get them to come in order to be able to keep that deal together, to see it through to the end, where the buyer's agent just kind of like threw up her hands and said, oh, well, nobody called me back. So anyways, just being persistent and trying to work through whatever you need to work through is what's important when you're going to list your home. I want to share with you. When you do put your home on the market, you need to kind of separate your emotions from it and think of it as a business transactions. When your emotions get involved with it, sometimes you can be too quick to make decisions that you could be sorry about later. I know that you absolutely love your home, and I know that you think that it's just wonderful, but the new buyers haven't got to that point yet. So don't take it personal. If you get a lowball offer, just remember that they haven't experienced it like you have if you get a lowball offer. For every offer you get, be sure to counteroffer. You never know if that buyer will come up on their price. Speaking from experience myself, quite a few times, I've had buyers come up 60 grand to buy a home. And the reason that it happens is sometimes People will put in a lowball offer just to see where you're at, see how desperate or how motivated you truly are. And I've had it where I've been steadfast and said, this is as low as I'm going. And they've come up to be able to buy the home. Now, mind you, it could be risky because you could also lose the deal. It just depends on how flexible you want to be. So if you do get a lowball offer, the best thing to do is counteroffer back and see if the buyers will come up on what they're willing to negotiate. If you're getting emotional at this point in time, it makes it very difficult and stressful for you, and we can alleviate some of that just by remembering that this is a business transaction. None of it is personal. Think back to when you were coming to look at this home for the first time. You were anxious, you had questions, you were nervous. Well, guess what? The buyers are going through the same thing when they're coming to take a look at your home now. So just think, the only real difference is that they're buying your home potentially for more than what you had originally bought it for. When it comes to getting your home ready for sale, lean on a good agent. I highly recommend it, especially if you're selling your home for the first time and you've never had that experience. They can help alleviate a lot of the stresses like I had shared above. Listen to them if they recommend that you lower your price and or you up your price, and or if they tell you to make sure that you counteroffer again. You pay them to give you that professional advice. Sometimes it may not make sense when you're going through it, but then in the end, you may see why they made the recommendations that they did. Leave me a comment below. I'm excited to hear what kind of things you've encountered when you are selling your first home. If you liked my video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'd love to see your thumbs up. The best way to reach me is 305-424-8800. Call me or text me. Until next time, bye for now.